Daily Continental.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Driversedition. And today I'm out looking for a replacement for Zeus.
The question is, do you go for a Bentley? Do you go for a Bentley? Or do you go for a Range Rover?
I'd like to thank everyone that's been supporting the channel, but today I'm out looking for a replacement for Zeus, and it's not because I no longer like him. I think it's just time to bring something else to the channel before I make my next transition to my next supercar. I'm out looking at the Bentley Bentayga. This is a nice truck and it has all the luxury I like. Tell me what you think about this one. I'm really just looking to do something different that you wouldn't see every day and bring some content to the channel that may surprise some of you.
So my wife wants the Range Rover. The autobiography.
Many of you may not know that I actually owned a Range Rover before, and there's always a special place in my heart for a Range Rover. There's just something about the luxury of it. There really isn't any other SUV on the market that can compete with it.
So we're in the autobiography Range Rover. They have the TVs in the back, different kind of seating. 2016 autobiography. It's definitely different here. Massaging seats.
It's all about the back seats in this car.
Yeah, I see that. Like, this thing is really nice.
It has everything. Fridge.
The fridge?
You know, it has, the cooler down here. I think you have a cooler in the back.
Yeah.
You have
Headsets.
like bottle holder, champagne holder, all that stuff. It makes it a little bit of plush car.
Yes. I see what you're saying.
And then you got the V8 supercharged, which gets it up to speed. It's not crazy, but almost 500 horses.
Okay. So I think this is probably taking the hardest hit.
Yeah. When they were brand new, what is it? 170, 180, 200 almost, some of them. So they took all the hits under the sun.
Yeah, so I think this one will probably depreciate the slowest.
Yeah. Like I said, the Bentleys, they did not depreciate yet. They're still waiting. These guys, they're done. And they have the space.
Yes. It's definitely a different feel, a different vibe.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is more of a, let's go out, pick up a dinner or something like that. That's what it is. Now, let me just go have some fun. It's more of like, let's go for dinner. Let me go see the guys. Let me see, meet somebody. That's the kind of car you will pick up.
No, I got you. Tell me, do you think I should get another S-Class Mercedes? I mean, I'm looking at this one. What do you think of this one? It's the same white I had before, which turns me on. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a convertible, so it may end up being more appealing than one I actually had. I like the fact that the top is off of it. I actually already own wheels that can go right on this car. The one thing I do not see, which concerns me about the car, is the upgraded sound system. That's the one thing I hated about this car, was the sound system. But it does have all the options I desire, and it's a coupe. What's a convertible? So let's talk about that.
My initial reason for coming to this dealership was to actually look at a AMG GT Mercedes, but I found my way looking into a couple other cars, especially when I did not like the Mercedes AMG GT. I think this next purchase needs to be budget friendly to make that transition a lot easier, so I want to look at what I would say older Range Rovers, maybe a 2017, 2018 Range Rover. It just makes sense to me, based off the factor of how much they cost and me trying to keep the cost down low. So as I move on to another location, I'm still looking at these Range Rovers, so I've now identified, or should I say targeted, a price range I would like to stay in. And I'm looking for a particular type of truck. So I'm looking for something with no more than, let's say, 55, maybe 60,000 miles. The reason why I selected that mileage range is because Range Rovers come with a 4-year, 50,000 mile warranty. So the way I've always viewed this is, if the car had any issues within the first 50,000 miles, it would be taken to a dealership to be addressed. That way, when you go back and look at the Carfax on the vehicle, you can see any repeat offenders. What I mean by repeat offenders is any maintenance that's been done, or should I say repairs that have been done over and over again, or attempted repairs that have been targeted multiple times. For example, if you look at a Carfax and you see that they're constantly trying to reprogram some type of engine module or leveling sensor, then you know there's an issue going on with the suspension. That's how I look at it. So anytime you see a lot of reprogramming of the same part and it's not during routine maintenance, that tells you that something's going on and they're trying to get the car addressed. So that's how I kind of weasel out what I would like to say problematic Range Rovers. So I'm looking at cars that were under warranty or just outside of the warranty expiring, or cars that were once certified, which means that factory warranty was extended and they have been well maintained and they have a track history that I can research. This is my logic behind tracking down a good Range Rover. I've had one in the past, and using this information actually helped me get a Range Rover that I was able to own for 6 years problem free. Now, I'm not a huge fan of a black Range Rover, but it's something about black Range Rovers that become the statistic norm. But I like dark color Range Rovers with light interior. So if you're going to get a dark color Range Rover, at least if I'm going to get a dark color Range Rover, the interior has to be light. Honestly, I just like light interiors. Now, this black Range Rover, although it is a nice vehicle, it's just something about it that doesn't sit right with me. And I think I'm going to continue my search and move on.
Let's take a quick break and do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Help me reach my goal of 2,500 subscribers. We're chasing the movement. Be part of it. Join the channel, especially if you like the content you've seen so far. We have more stuff like this coming your way, and you too can help guide the focus of the content that comes your way. So subscribe to the channel, hit that like button.
Well, the weather has eased up a little bit and I've continued my search and I've made my way to Fox Valley. As I move on with this Range Rover search, I found my way out to another location and I've found a all-white Range Rover. And I'll just be honest with you. If you look at that last Range Rover, the black one, that little silver stripe on the side, I'm not really a fan. I like solid color Range Rovers and I love white. White has always been my color. So as I sit here and look at this white Range Rover, this Range Rover out of all Range Rovers I've seen so far is the one that really resonates with me.
I don't know, everybody. I think it's time for a change. The white Range Rover is looking good to me. I know this is not what y'all want to hear, but I think it's time to get a new vehicle. Something that's just going, let me be real. I think I'm gonna grab a Range Rover, sit down for a season on the sports car side, stack some money. This is a huge price cut. Pretty much pay it off within a year, just have it in the fleet, because I need a car to drive around a regular, something other than the C8. So this probably gonna be the answer. Let's see, we're gonna see how the numbers fall. But tell me what you think of it.
So like I stated before, when I'm looking at Range Rovers, they have to meet a certain criteria. And this white Range Rover right here, it checks all the boxes. It's a 2018. It has 49,000 miles. So it was still up under factory warranty. When I go back and look at the Carfax on this vehicle, the Carfax on it was pretty much clean for what I was looking for. It had a minor accident reported, which, you know, those can't always be avoided, but there was no major damage done, no airbags or things like that deployed. With this vehicle, the mileage, like I said, was under 49,000. There were no repeat offenders on the Carfax report. I would say it put me at ease with this, looking at this vehicle. When I test drove it, there were no true indications of problems that may exist or have been there before. And the dealership was so confident in the vehicle that this test drive wasn't even short. We took it for like a quick, I want to say 3 to 5 mile drive. Just having conversations, trying out the vehicle, messing with everything in it to make sure everything worked. When you come across a vehicle where the dealership stands behind it like that, and they aren't trying to rush you through a test drive, it makes you feel more comfortable about the vehicle you're about to purchase. So I really fell in love with this Range Rover. Now, unfortunately, although I love this vehicle so much, I actually do a lot of deals utilizing my credit union. So I left this dealership with paperwork to take to my credit union to get approval and come back and make a deal happen if I decide to move forward. Well, in the process, I kind of made some bad decisions. We'll talk about that in another video. But let's just say for the moment, I wasn't able to secure this Range Rover, and the search continues. And I'll share that video with you in the future. Thanks for tuning in. ICNV Drivers Edition. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the ICNV Drivers Edition community. We are an interactive community, which means if you hit me up on any one of my social media platforms or in the comments below, I will do my best to respond. And if the topic you bring up is interesting enough, I may even shoot a video on it. But don't forget, this is also a community of car enthusiasts that love to drive cars to make you turn your head, that aren't your everyday people movers. If you're one of those people, lock into the channel and support your boy. Remember, we were all made in his image and given dominion over the world, so we weren't just meant to be. So chase your dreams, build your visions, never ever give up, and embrace your own identity. It is okay to be unique. He is not done with you, and he's definitely not done with me. So stay humble, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets. Peace.